Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup, man. It's me, man. It's Chris and Tim's, man. I've got Reg and Kev RL in the building, man. Say what's up to the folks who are tuned in this week, man. Just checking us out, guys. Tell them what's up.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. I know we've been a little bit delayed, but we're back here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
Cool. And if this is your first time rocking with us, man, this is a place where we talk about sports, current events, and everything else in between through the lens of black culture, man. Check us out every Tuesday if you get a chance. And yeah, we're also on the social medias on Grindhouse NTWK for IG, for the Twitter, for the Reddit, and also, man, we got a Discord. So again, go ahead and plug yourself into that, man. Hit the link and join in some of the banter, man. You can kind of get in contact with us and kind of just, do a little bit of friendly banter, trash talk, and we just talk about what's going on currently and everything. So again, social media, we're all there. Grindhouse NTWK, we're here every Tuesday. And anything else, man, that we need to touch on before we jump into this Allstar business?
You said the links are in the description. You said it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Well, let's just jump right into it, man. All-Star Weekend in Cleveland, the land of LeBron, has transpired, man. We had a action-packed weekend, and it was some highs and definitely some lows. So we're gonna talk about these lows real quick, cause it's hurt everyone's heart. So yeah, man. Look, man. All-Star dunk contest. We're gonna get straight to it. All-Star dunk contest, man. It was mediocre at best. People tried. I think that was kind of like the best way to kind of put it in perspective. 7-29. I think in the first round, it's your field goal position for dunks. That's kind of how bad it was. I think that's almost as bad as what's that guy's name? DeAndre Jordan's free throw percentage at this point. Like it was hot garbage. So we saw some blunders. We saw some very, very uninspired dunks, creativity wise. We got the Tims that came out. We got everyone's just jumping over one person because that's the thing, I guess. And Obi Toppin, I guess he won. Congratulations on being the best mediocre dunker of this year. It just got so much viral, just fire. Like it was just out here. Twitterverse was just lit. I think I saw it was a 6 out of 10 overall. I think Cole Anthony said it or Jalen Green. I want to say Cole Anthony said he ain't never doing a dunk again. He only doing layups. The meme of Shaq watching it, that just went all over the place. He was just so unamused. As compared to the Vinsanity one where he had the camera on and he was like this. So, anyways, a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff that we could get into on this, man. But first, man, let me just ask you guys, man, how do you guys feel about this dunk contest? Cause I mean, you could have still liked it for some reason. So I just stuck with the Reg, man.
Okay, so coming into this thing, planning for this week, we were talking, and I just randomly said unpopular opinion, but I think the NBA should just get rid of the dunk contest. And everybody was like, whoa. Everybody was like, man, I don't know if we need to get rid of the dunk contest. And you guys brought up good points as why the quality of the product is where it's at right now. The talent, we're not seeing the biggest stars, the best dunkers come in and join in. Even during the All-Star game, we saw some pretty cool dunks just in the middle of the game. Like a lot of these people, Zach LaVine, maybe he's like, I'm not gonna keep being the dunking guy. LeBron James, I don't think he's ever done the dunk. Giannis was out there. You could have had some of these guys in the dunk contest, and that would have raised the stakes. We saw somebody dunking tins on Saturday night. Like, what's next? We doing slides? I don't know. I feel as though the dunk contest best years is behind us. I think you should just go ahead and let it die gracefully and come up with a new format to keep us entertained. That's my personal opinion. I'd like to hear what you guys think.
Okay, all right, Reg. Kev, you got something you wanna you wanna rebuttal? You wanna add something to it, or
It ain't much to rebut. I mean, at the same time, I think it may have sounded like an unpopular opinion in the beginning, but obviously it's gained popularity since then, and rightfully so. But at the same time, I do think they should keep it. I don't know what they should do with it with respect to the format of the competition itself, which I heard Dwayne Wade say he appreciated it, he liked it. I don't know what was to like about the format. I guess because everyone got their fair chance, but at the same time, just having your fair chance doesn't mean it's an entertaining event. Not the right stars, not the right people we want to see competing in the competition, like Reds mentioned. I think that's true, and I think that's part of the reason it's being held back. But we see where the stars are showing up on the 3-point side, the 3-point shooting side. And the game itself has been shifting in that direction. So it makes sense that we're seeing the dunking competition die down from a stars perspective, and we're seeing them move towards the 3-point side. With the format for the day, we've talked about reordering it, putting potentially the 3-point competition to the end of the night, making that the main event as opposed to the dunk competition, which you could probably put earlier on. Would that help it? I don't know. I don't think moving it will help it, but at least it won't build up all that hype for this being this spectacular thing, and then we're just so, left so unsatisfied. It was in the background for me this year. I had it on. I tried to keep up with what was happening. Like you mentioned, it was 7 for 29. I saw a whole bunch of misses. I was not engaged. Obi won off of a layup, kind of a backboard. I guess it was a kind of clever one, but at the same time, it was probably too clever if you have to tell everybody, look at the replay. Look at the replay. I just did something spectacular. Did you blink? You must have missed it. Come on, man. Like, that's a little too much. We need to get back to dunking. For real. Maybe the gimmicks need to die down a little bit. One dude tried to put his arm in the rim. He didn't make it. Like, come on. Like, at the same time, dunking is about hops. It's about creativity. It's about power. That dynamic. And I don't know if you need to do all of these extra things that we're doing to showcase that. Maybe if you get back to what the dunking competition is about, maybe we'll be in a better place.
Yeah, no, that's I think that's a fair point. I think we all have the same sentiments. And yeah, this year was just hot trash. When people have to tell you to look at the replay, that's too much. Like, they're gonna go and watch it anyways. Just act like you know what you did. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I will say that while maybe Reggie's a little bit more on the radical side and saying just get rid of it, or at least hinting at it, just abolish the dunk contest. I want to say hold off, because there's parts of All-Star Weekend that we look at it just like it's just getting bad, it's getting worse, and then they make some changes, make some tweaks and stuff like that. It gives them an ability to either revive it or just remix it, recreate it, do something along the lines that is kind of helps rejuvenate and get that life blood back into, and that excitement back into that particular event. I do think the things that need to change, one, stop all the gimmicks. I don't want to see no 1 and 10s. Next thing you know, they're gonna be wearing do-rags and stocking caps and waves, and you're gonna see someone in a barber getting lined up. Like, no one care. Look, I don't care about all that. That's
I like my cigarette midair.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to see all these theatrics, and I think it started like early 2000s or whatever. Superman and Blake Griffin and all that stuff. And then there's people who are like putting on these players' jerseys, let's say like Vince Carter, and trying to pay homage, and then you don't even live up, like you're not him, you're not even that level of a dunker.
Yeah. So you don't do that, dude. Don't get it on your 20th try.
Exactly, right. So I appreciate Cole Anthony for trying to pay homage to New York. That ain't the way to do it. I appreciate all 4 of the contestants trying to do something, but I need you. It's just like everything else. Take it with a level of pride and seriousness. That's like, you came in with, just like in the Olympics with, I'll just say like your figure skating. Like they have their set routine. They have a package of things that they're gonna do, and they practice on those things, and they execute on those things. Like, don't just out here, don't be out here just freestyling, and you come up with nothing. So, oh man, let me grab some Tim's in the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't cool, man. So, yeah, as of right now, like I would probably, say that it needs to. We should keep it, but they definitely need to tweak it, and they definitely need to convince and seduce, bribe, whatever it is you need to do to get players who people want to see in the dunk contest to participate in the dunk contest. As you can see, like, these players are not even like B tier players. These are players who are role players that come off the bench. And not saying you can't have them included, but you need to have some stars in there as well that is going to attract the attention. And also like good dunkers. Like, people keep saying Ja. Obviously Ja is a good in-game dunker. Like, he gets a lot of excitement. He wasn't in it. Giannis can still do it. LeBron, I know he's old. I don't want to have him do it, but yeah, like
he's still dunking like he can do it.
Yeah, I know.
As well, take a shot.
So my thing is like, we need to get dunkers who can actually dunk. I mean, even Gary Payton II, like, he was having a lot of in-game dunks that was exciting, and I'm okay with role players, but we need to have some stars in there as well. We need to get some balance, and just cut out all this extra fluff. Just dunk, you know what I'm saying? Make it the first time. If you miss the first time, you done. Like, ain't no retries. Stop giving them retries.
Stop. No retries.
No,
you don't
retries.
Want no retries.
Yeah, I think that takes away from it. I think even as the person attempted dunk, you probably don't even want that many retries, because by the time you finally get it done, I don't even want it.
Exactly.
Like, us as a fan don't want it. You probably don't even feel as good about it as the dunker. Like, nobody wants to see you try it 20 times.
Exactly. So, but I do think that we should keep it. But I think that's part of the problem is the lack of star power, and just also just the gimmicks and stuff as well. It's become too much. So
I'll add one thing you guys can rebut, or just if we move past it, just comment in the section. I know when we were talking about this before the dunk contest happened, I was like, maybe you can replace it with something like where you have the stars and have like a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2. Or one thing I even saw on the internet, somebody suggests you have a 1-on-1 where you can only have a maximum of 3 dribbles. So within those 3 dribbles, you gotta try and break down your opponent. And I saw that they kind of tagged, it was an NBA Allstars. They tagged some people doing it, and it looked interesting, especially with the kind of talent we have in the NBA today. Harden could, blow by you, or he could kill you with a crazy step back. Like, players like that would be something super exciting to see. Make it maybe like a tournament or a competition, or just team this and a team that for people who aren't in the All-Star game, and it's another way to bring some excitement to the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. I think it'll be a good addition, definitely. I do like 2v2 or 3v3. Bring in the big three and have him as a partner or whatever. Like, what I'm saying, just to kind of like show there's a partnership, and they both respect each other's, I guess, domain or niche. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with 1v1. But again, if it's 1v1 and we have a bunch of players who we don't know, and then they're just shooting threes all day, and then you just see a bunch of bricks, then it can still become really, really boring to watch.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a bunch of misses. I think that's that's the lesson learned of this weekend's Saturday night. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I agree with it. I'm down for it. It just needs to they just need to make sure they have the right contestants that are going to highlight why it's a good, why it's a good event to have. So I wouldn't want to replace it though. I wouldn't want to replace the dunk contest. But do you guys think the dunk contest is fixable? Is this, or are we just like Rich said, just trending down? Like this, we've seen the best it's ever going to be. Everything else is just going to be mediocre or a lesser version of the golden years. I can start with you, Kev.
That's a big question, man. Like, because we definitely seen a lot of good dunks, man. I don't know how much more we can do to where you're gonna outshine the past dunks. You can probably outshine it in the aspect that, hey, you're more relevant, you're more present. You can add a little modern flair and your own twist to it. So you're gonna differentiate from whatever the original dunk was by some like small margin. Yeah, you could do that. That's as much as you could do. But I think we have seen almost. I don't want to say we've seen all we're going to see, but man, we've seen it, man. It has a thing to do with the ball and dunking. We've seen it done.
Yeah.
Whether it be jumping over something, whether you switch that out to be a Kia or a person or three people, it's something that we've seen.
Yeah.
So right now I think we want to get back to what you've been talking about, making the dunks. Maybe do or die, like you guys mentioned. You hit it or miss it, that's a wrap. And add some more. Get back to the quality, to the intensity, to the power, to all the different aspects of dunking that we appreciate, and stay away from the gimmicks. And maybe that will bring up a little bit of attention back to it. But that's the only way I see to really fix it. But I don't know if you're gonna outshine the pass. All we could do is maybe leverage the pass and use the pass as a stepping stool. But outshine it, that'd be tough.
Yeah. You got Reg, you have anything to add to that, or?
Nah, I'll just, like I said before, I feel like that statement behind us. I don't see it changing, and I think there will definitely be dunkers. Like Jaw's great. Like there's always gonna be new dunking talent. I just feel like because of the expectation, the trajectory that this dunk contest has gone on, the natural thing is people are gonna feel like I have to outdo not just my competitors. I gotta outdo last year and the year before that. And I just feel like it's not gonna get any better. Because like the people who made the most threes in the 3-point contest, they might not have made more than Steph and Clay. Just watching that level of who's doing it this year, you're not thinking about but Steph made 30 3-pointers last. Like you don't think about it like that. That expectation is not built into the formula of the event.
True.
I hope to see it get back to its form, but I just don't see it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I think the trajectory is messed up, and we who started that push, whoever did, I don't know, but that's what probably need to get a reset. We need to reset on the trajectory because it can't be maintained. It's like inflation, it can't rise this much. To the point where now we're bricking. Now it's like you're trying to do so much that you're not even accomplishing what you set out to do anymore. Yeah. So pull it back.
Yeah. So then, just last question on this, man. Y'all think, man, the 3-point contest, which had a lot of stars in it. I mean, it had Trae Young, Cat ended up winning. I think it was the first center. So shout out to him to win the 3-point contest. We had Desmond Bain. We had C.J. McCollum. All the stars have migrated towards, and I don't want to say that. I mean, Bird was freaking killing the 3-point contest. It wasn't like it was a bunch of no names, but like Steve Kerr won, Turkoglu, I believe, Stojakovic won. Like these were like known shooters. So, do y'all think this is the new finale, man? Should we just go ahead and replace the 3-point contest with the dunk contest and just have that as the main event for the Saturday night? What do y'all think?
So yes, for me.
Okay. That's real simple.
Yeah, I got much to say. I mean, because we touched on it already, right? Like one of the things is change the format. I think that's an easy fix for now to where you can maybe hit that reset and not have that much pressure on the reset because it's not the main event anymore. So everybody's still gonna be looking out for that, and you build the momentum back up while we put what's really highlight to the forefront.
Okay. All right. You feel the same way, Rich? I know you don't even like dunkers no more.
I like what Kev said. If they are gonna rework the formula to try and change it, but in my first thought was not to change the order. 3-point contest is cool. I still don't see it as a highlight. I feel like there's something they could do with the talent they have to bring something more innovative to the table. And if they have to do it, even if it's temporarily to swap it, maybe it makes sense just to figure that out and then put that as the main event. You know what the formula is already, so that gives it consistency. It's easy to do. You don't have people complaining about, oh man, 3-point was trash this year. But I also don't see it as a main.
I can't disagree or agree. I just know that's always been, that has come along with the discussion about how poorly the dunk contest is and how exciting people are really to see, you know, the Stephs of the world or Trae Youngs of the world to like see how many threes they knock down. And I mean, maybe at some point in time that would become stale. Like people would get tired of watching people shoot threes all day, and then we want to see something new, and then you know we get back into this loop of gimmicks and stuff like, oh, one-handed threes, or you know, throwing them behind my back, or you know, whatever. So I know horse, right? Yeah, because there's nothing else to really say on this one, man. Like, yeah, I think you kind of the nail on the head on this one.
Let me say one more thing though, but it's not really saying anything new though. It's just to agree with Reg on one thing. Like I do think swapping it up with like a tournament style something, whatever it may be, would be better than a format change. I think when it comes to the overall Saturday night experience, I think a tournament style, whatever it may be, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, that's a little exciting to think about because a lot of these players got a lot of skills, and a lot of them miss out on the Allstar game. And like we didn't get to see. Is Dame injured? Or he just didn't get picked? I don't know which one. Which one?
He's been injured for a while. Right?
Dame is injured.
Okay. All right. But people who we don't get to see, it would be good to see them in that kind of format. Maybe like in a tournament style, and like, hey, you can still come and showcase your skills. And it's tournament style, so it's gonna be pretty quick. And it's like, hey, do or die. And I think that would be something cool to watch.
Yeah, I do think that's a good point. And I mean, at the end of the day, you want to drive the competition to where people actually want to go at each other versus like, you know, kind of taking it half-hearted steps and just like going through the motions and not really wanting to you know give the show of competition. So yeah, anything else bet on this before we move on to the...
It's a perfect leeway right there. Talking about people not competing.
Oh man. Well, we'll talk.
It's funny because go on to the next topic, and I'll bring up this point.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, man, the All-Star Sunday, man, the Sunday game. You know, that's the send off. That's the swan song of All-Star Weekend every year. And you know, the game was full of highlights, but we had some good dunks. We had some you know, hot shooting, I guess if you want to call it, man. We've actually had some defense, I believe. Some people won't say that, but some people will. I will say that they had some good defense. And you know, the game was actually kind of tight. Like it was a close game. I don't think each quarter ended with anything more than like 2 or 3 points separation. I think it was tied by the end of the. It wasn't tied. I think the third quarter was tied as far as total amount of points, but I think Team Durant was up by 2 or something like that, 2 or 1, and it came down to just a last shot. And of course, who else hit it in Cleveland outside LeBron James with a turnaround jumper, and he shot it over 2 defenders actually. You know, so to go ahead and knock it down. And again, it could have been anyone's. I mean, I'm sure if Team Durant had one more possession, they could have easily won too. They won that far off, and they lost by a measly 3 points. And so it was a good end. Like I said, you know, obviously the beginning is going to be a little bit more showcase offensively, and then you'll see more of the defense pick up as we get closer and closer towards closing time. So I'm gonna ask Kev, man, how you feel about this year's All-Star game? Frank, would you give it? What would you give it?
Out of 10?
Out of 10. out of 5. How
Six
about
and-
that?
a six, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I'll give it a 3 out of 5, a 6.5 out of 10. You get a little extra points when you increase the scale.
Okay.
I feel like it was, man. I feel like this could have been scripted. You say it was close, but I feel like the closeness wasn't indicative of defense. It was just like, oh, you try. Okay, you try. All right, no, you try. No, you try. And they both just kept making. So therefore, the game stayed close. You know what I mean? Nobody was really missing or acting a fool out there. But I saw too many red carpets rolled out. Like you had to actually think about getting out the way to allow this kind of shot. I see a lot of softness that was going on in general, and people want to turn it up right in the last 1 minute of the quarter in order to make sure you win the quarter. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. It's like, really, the whole 11 minutes was just whatever time, and then they want to turn it up for that 1 minute. I look back at some of the past games and I realize it's been kind of close to when they first started this format back in 2018. Team LeBron, Team Stephen. That ended 148-145. And we had one in 2020 that was 157-155. Others in between there was a little bit double digits. But at the same time, we've seen this kind of close game before, so that didn't really excite me, the close factor. But of course, the fourth quarter did, like it normally does. Nothing different with this year. 4 quarters when they try to turn it up, when everybody really feels like it's time to pull up the socks. This format definitely helps with the 4 quarter as opposed to the last ones where it used to have these super blowouts, East versus West. Now it's like, hey, we got a target, so you have a place to race to, and for that, it makes it exciting. Even if it was boring in the beginning, at the end it always seems to get turned up. King James with the last shot, fit in. I was up, I was cheering, I was making noise, I was excited. That was the highlight. And Steph, how could I forget Steph? Come on, man. I probably should give it a 10 out of 10 just for Steph. How about that? I give Steph a 10 out of 10.
He didn't play any
the
defense.
All-Star game a 6. Man, bump that. He don't need to play defense when you shoot like that. All right? When you shoot like that, it's like, yo, I'll rest my hands for a second, guys. Hey, it's an All-Star game. Don't play around. He plays defense during the real games.
No, let's not single out Steph. I won't say that was a Steph thing.
It wasn't. It was definitely not a Steph thing. They double teamed Steph. You know, they tried. They tried to stop him. But hey, man, shooter's gonna shoot. MVP.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm gonna reserve my opinion on that last little tidbit. I'm gonna let
10 out of 10.
I'm gonna
Wait, your turn.
Yeah, it's your go, Rich. Cause yo,
I do feel like there was points at the game where there was some defense playing. I feel like there's certain players like Giannis who only knows how to play at one speed, which is like 115%. So he was fucking giving his effort all the game, and I feel like when it came down to the fourth quarter, it was competitive. I was really happy to see Steph, making these threes. He's been struggling as of late, so to see that he's so capable of doing it. It's a little tough to see it in All-Star, not in the game, but happy to see the success either way. Him knocking down big shots, LeBron doing things, bringing it in real close, because it looked like Team LeBron was pulling away. Zach LaVine was like, hold up. It looked like it was going to be a 3-pointer. He went and got that little sneak 2-pointer in, then hit the 3-pointer from the wing that brought him back into like 2 or 1. But overall, I felt like it was entertaining. I liked last season better just because I felt like everybody who was in it was playing all 4 quarters, defense, offense, and just trying to play the best game they could. But I wasn't mad at this series either.
Okay, so what'd you get? Like a 9 out of 10?
8 and 9. Stop influencing, man.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay,
Hey, just
That's a guide. He guided you there, man. He guided you there. What you gonna give it? 8 or 9? We didn't say 7 or 8. We didn't say 7 or 8. Where 8 would be the higher point.
I asked the question.
I would have gave it an 8 out of 10 regardless, just because, like I said, I commented. I liked last season better because I felt like there was an effort. Opposed to this time where it was a little bit back to All-Stars of old, where it was just like, all right, we're just gonna go out here and have some fun.
Hey, can't go wrong. So yeah, man. It's an All-Star game. Look, we know what to expect. I can't get mad at what we're gonna expect, and we know we're gonna see some very soft defense. So why am I gonna penalize them so much? I will penalize them. I will penalize them. I did. I did appreciate that there was defense, flashes of it in the first quarter, flashes of it in the second quarter. More flashes of it in the third quarter, and then we know fourth quarters when they turn it on. But you know what? Look, I've seen the worst of the All-Star week, the All-Star games, where there was no defense, or defense showed up only in the fourth quarter. And maybe part of that is because of Giannis. So shout out to him, because he is probably one of the few people who just hey, I don't care what game it is, I'm going at it. It don't matter. You're not gonna score on me. And there was some good highlights. Man, we had some good dunks. We had some entertaining shots. If you want to call it Steph Curry's barrage of threes entertaining.
Of course, super entertaining.
Some people say he's the game and he's boring. I'm just saying,
the dude turned
I've
around.
heard he's boring. I've heard ruin the game. I never heard boring.
Hey,
ruin the game. Wow, that's like saying Bezos ruined the retail market. I don't give a ish.
I wouldn't be mad.
Exactly, but for being a beast though, you know what I mean? It ain't because you were being soft on him.
So, but no, I did enjoy it. I would have liked to see a little bit more Ja. I would like to see a little more Doncic. I did. I was glad that CP3 came out there with a broken hand just to try to do a shot, and he missed a layup. That was pretty interesting. But he tried to do it with one hand, so he got an A for effort. Again, LeBron closing it out. I think it was only fitting. And yeah, man. It wasn't just so many bad shots just because everyone wants to shoot threes that it just became a watered down version of a ballpark pickup game that with NBA brand names on the back of their jerseys. So I do appreciate that, and I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it was pretty good. It could have been better, obviously, more defense.
You always gotta get a lower score, huh?
No. He gave it.
I gave it 6.5.
Kev gave it a 6. He gave him an F.
I gave it 6.5.
You gave these. Oh yeah, you did say you didn't like the defense in this game.
And then
it's not even just the defense. It looked scripted, dude. Like whenever the defense was played, it was almost like, oh man, I haven't played defense in a while. Let me just do it now. It wasn't more like, I don't know. It was just, the whole thing just seemed a little scripted to me.
Very WWE.
Look at the WWE, man.
Hey, we got a foul in the third quarter.
1, 2.
It's like that.
I understand. I was gonna say one curveball I have for y'all. We didn't really talk about it, but thinking about format changes, and do y'all feel like the All-Star game is the highlight, historically at least?
Do we feel like the All-Star game is historically the best event of All-Star weekend?
Yeah, versus the dunk contest.
I would want to say yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
Even with that, they managed to keep pretty much same format, but a simple format change. I feel like the team captain thing kind of reinvigorated. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree.
I agree.
I think it definitely helped. Instead of kind of being locked into West and East, and it kind of adds more of that pickup style air. Like, we got 12, 15 people on the squad. I can pick up you. Yeah, and then you can talk trash or whatever. I think it helped.
Certainly would invigorate.
There's somehow there might be hope for something new or a dunk contest improvement. It's just, we just got to get creative, or whoever's doing the event got to get a little creative.
So what you're saying is
revitalize it.
So what you're saying is that we need to have a draft for the dunk contest.
That might not be a bad idea. You might have just hit it right there. If you had a draft, like you have two captains, hear me out. You got two captains and you draft, and it's single elimination. You get one attempt, and whichever team has the best score, that might be a formula.
Hey,
That might be it.
Hey, you just provide the raw material.
Let the players pick.
There you go. So I don't know, man. Hey, you know what? Send it to the commissioner. I'm sure he'll listen to it. So, but yeah,
Pay me for a consultant.
You know we got that kind of pull. I don't know if y'all know Brian House got that pull right now. Like, we in here. Don't let the subscribers fool you. Don't let the number of subscribers fool you. No.
Top 75, easy.
Top 75. So, so yeah, man. Look, I will have to say this about this. You can't sit here and say I'm giving it a 6 because of defense, but I give Steph 10 for all his offense and his lack of defense.
Yes.
That does not make sense.
Everybody had lack of defense, so I can't penalize Steph for that. But
yeah.
I have to, as well, they're not actually looking like you want to. I don't know what it was doing. I don't know. It was a one-way situation. I'm not going to get back into it. But I'm giving Steph because of what he did. It was
I agree with that sentiment.
An unstoppable kind of thing.
I think that was a very fair assessment because nobody played defense. So, like, out of everybody who wasn't in defense, Curry still went out there and scored. He scored 45.
He scored 50. I think the record was 53 or 51. He was too shy of tying it. He tried to break it. He started throwing some.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Nah.
He was trying.
Nah. He was feeling himself because he was making that. He was throwing up that stuff and making. Just like, why not? It's Vegas. You got the hot hand. I'm gonna keep
Allstar. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So
I didn't feel like it was just garbage he was throwing up because we saw that deep three he took when it landed. He was feeling it. He was nuts. I think having the struggles he had in the regular season, if he had a night like this, I felt like he was just feeling it.
Okay.
We see him do that when he's feeling it.
Yeah, he has, and he was MVP though. Let's not make it sound like I'm jumping on some, like someone who wasn't singled out for being the most valuable player in the game. You know what I mean? He was.
Yeah, he was. You can't argue it.
So was that the right choice then? So was y'all saying it's unanimous?
That was the right choice.
Oh, okay.
That was the right choice. That was unanimous.
Because Giannis played defense and offense.
Dude, stop playing. Stop playing with yourself.
I'm just curious.
You talking like real basketball now. That ain't what the All-Star game is about, dude. Like he put on a good season performance. He needed to come in and put out an All-Star performance. What Steph did was an All-Star performance.
Even outside of the context of All-Star, your most balanced player is not your most valuable player. That's never been the case.
Okay, I just look. You know what? I don't have a problem with Steph being, chosen as an MVP. He definitely was the most entertaining.
The only person I can recall later from being an MVP for the defensive effort is like Andre Iguodala.
Iggy. You wouldn't remember that though. You have a blind spot for that dude. So we can keep it moving.
Was he in the All-Star game?
We expect that.
He was in Philadelphia. It must be when he was in Philadelphia then.
Nah, he made the All-Star when he was on Warriors too. They have 4 of them was All-Stars, wasn't it? Draymond, Steph, Clay.
Was your question whether he was an All-Star or not, or whether he was an All-Star's MVP?
I don't remember him being an All-Star MVP, but I mean maybe I was. When was this?
I don't remember him being an All-Star MVP.
Locking down LeBron and getting the Warriors a W. So I mean, usually you don't see that. So to be like, Steph don't deserve it. Offense and defense is kind of irrelevant.
All right, man, that's fine, man. So y'all think Steph got it? And it's the right choice. I'm not gonna argue against it.
I mean, he got it. I think he deserved it. Ain't an argument whether he got it. I think he deserved it. But
I just say if it was the right choice or not. But that's cool, man. Congrats to Steph. Yeah. You got the first ever Mamba trophy, or the Kobe Bryant inspired trophy.
Yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, that was dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So
seeing him not be there for the 75, that was a moment.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
So I mean, just last question, man, that I got. Halftime presentation, man. What do you guys think about that? I know, Reg, you was having a heartfelt moment.
I liked it. I liked it. I saw the people who were there, people who were not there. I liked it.
Okay. All right. You got anything you want to add to that, Kev?
No, man. Ain't not too much to say about that one. It was a ceremony, and it was right place, right time to do it. 75th Allstar. It was appreciated. I heard some names I didn't know about, which was cool for me. I mean, we already looked at the list and talked about that list. But it was cool to see all those guys get up there next to those legends and future players, people in between. It was like the whole spread right there. So it was nice. I like that.
I like the energy too. I heard Michael Jordan talking about he was still prepared to go one-on-one with Magic Johnson. I think you haven't seen. So I like the energy.
he got the biggest chair, boy. Whoa, he's still the man.
Hey,
LeBron chairs couldn't beat his chairs. I'm gonna just tell it like it is. You know what I mean? If I had a decibel meter in there, we knew who won.
Yeah.
When it came to the appreciation.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but no, that was cool. I thought it was a nice recognition. Obviously, 75th anniversary. I was like, who's doing the halftime show? And then I'm glad it wasn't Machine Gun Kelly. That was probably a better save.
The tough celebrity game too. That was I saw a highlight reel of it, and it was just ooh.
Yeah, Machine Gun ain't been doing too good since Eminem. So
somebody said that his performance during the game looked like if you ever played 2K and somebody spent all their BC on tattoos.
all style,
like,
no
damn.
substance. Golly.
Ooh.
See, you said his base is 64. His base rating is 64. I mean, he ain't too far from Russell Wilson. I mean, Westbrook at this point, because he's dropping too.
Oh.
So, but anyway, man, I know that's a sidetrack, man. That's some video game nonsense, man. Hey, man, he'll get better, man. He'll get back above 80 one day. So, but yeah, man, that's all I had, man. Anything else y'all want to add to the All-Star shenanigans?
Man, it was
halfway,
great to talk
man.
about it with a child, man.
Yeah.
So,
Another season really kicks into a different gear now. So this is when it turns up.
the dog days of NBA season. So we basically got March to April. It's gonna be heavy. So
Let's shorten the season, man. Let's shorten the season.
no, don't do that. Don't shorten the season.
Nah, I like it.
You take away the path and all the struggle that all the other people had to do just by shortening the season. I'm good. If they can do it, you can do it.
Not like. I just mean stretch it out a little bit, man. See, less games.
No back to
Same
back.
time, less games. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing all these injuries.
Hey man,
It's part of the game. It happens.
Is the game the problem? Anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. Let's save that for another time because we could get into that one though, man. Because I got a lot to say on that.
Save it for another day.
Injuries
that's
crazy.
It's a topic. Y'all keep watching if y'all want to hear stuff.
Oh yeah, or just let us know if you want to hear, if you want us to talk about it, and we would definitely put it in the bucket. You know, move it up higher on the bucket list. You know, things to talk about. So, but man, let's go ahead and close this thing out, man. Kev, man, what do you got?
LeBron with the finish. King James in the building. Yes sir, man. Steph did his thing, but LeBron still has the crown. I appreciated watching him. I don't know how old he is now. I can't remember, but I know he's like 19 years in the league. Still killing it. Still doing great things. When he's going to slow down? Any idea?
LeBron comes.
When he could pass the torch, man, it's ridiculous. All-Star weekend was what it was. Saturday was not anything spectacular at all by any means. Hopefully we get some changes there and get that back up into the limelight. But it was what it was, man. I give it a poor rating, but at the same time it was all good, all entertaining. So I appreciate them putting on that show for us. To the fans, appreciate y'all staying here with us, rocking with us, watching us, liking, commenting, subscribing. Appreciate the follows, you know what I mean? Keep it coming. Help us rise. One love.
Cool. Reg, what you got?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. You know, for our organization that's been taking this season, you've seen them in the news. When you see Screaming A getting ready to talk and go on a rant and disappointment. Talking about what they need to do, what needs not to do, all that stuff. The Knicks may not have gotten the W that their fans wanted them to get, but they won the dunk contest. Shout out to Tobin.
This is what we're doing now?
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to the Knicks.
What?
Getting the W.
So you said because they've been so mediocre that this is the win that you want to highlight. Got you.
It's a dub, man. Man, bring some energy to the team.
It's not the win they wanted, but it.
Oh my god!
Right, it happens.
Okay, all right, man.
They're down bad, man. Let's give them everything that we can give them. So
for real.
So
for real.
So what Reg just said is, if you know a Knicks fan, reach out to him, put your arm around him. Let him know, man, if you need any help or support.
We need a Knicks hotline. That's what we need.
The Knicks hotline. So, oh man, you know what? It's only fitting. Tim's was in the building, and
the Knicks got, even historically, Knicks get they have a lot of historical and cultural, kind of weight to them, whether they're successful or not. So when they're down bad, it just hurts. It hurts everybody.
Oh man, all right, man, I feel you, man. So Zion, what you're saying? Zion needs to go ahead and get traded to the Knicks and revive them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Amongst smaller circles that have an issue with his injuries and his weights, and New York's a tough city. I don't know if it'll be good for him, but
But you said yeah, though.
Valid.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, look, man. Thanks everyone for joining again. We're here every Tuesday. Check us out on social media. Give us a 5-star on the audio side. I didn't even say that in the beginning. On the audio side of things, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, man, give us a 5-star rating and stuff. Give us a thumb up, hit the notification bell, hit the follow, all that stuff, so you know when the new drop comes through. And yeah, man, again, tell us what you think about, man, our thoughts on the All-Star game, what you think about the dunk contest, all that stuff, man. And yeah, don't forget to just follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube side, and then also hit us up on the social media side, man. So yeah, we're here every Tuesday, and so until next Tuesday, deuces, guys.
Peace.